Shalom to the elect of YAHAWAH Allah, starting with the 144,000 elect men, 12,000 from each tribe, which consists of you so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, Latinos, so-called Native American Indians, and you Israelite foreigners, Hebrew Israelites, who are scattered among all nations, looking like the other nations and speaking their tongues. Shalom to all of you. All right, before we get started with this lesson, let's face the east and give the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QaDash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone, and much due respect to you sincere Ahchyam, who are laboring in the works, and shalom to you believers, to the Ahchyam, YAHAWAH, which will be you brothers, and few among the sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth, listening and learning in silence as the scriptures say so. I'm your brother Manazar Gabar, representing warriors for YAHAWASHI, Pasadena, Texas branch. Lord willing, this lesson on a dream that I had be edifying and plain upon the tables and straight to the point. All right. So in the dream that I had, it was very quick. You know, it wasn't a long dream. And a lot happened, but there's only certain events that I can remember that stuck out. And the thing about this dream, it felt real. It felt like I was really there experiencing this. The setting where I was at, and it felt like I was with two other brothers, two other Ahchyam, but I didn't get to see exactly who. But I definitely felt like there was two other brothers that was with me there. And it looked like I was at with the Ahchyam, some kind of lounge slash like a bar slash pool hall place. The scenery looks something like this. The lights were dim. It was pretty decent. It was pretty nice inside. It was a chill vibe. Everybody, well, the majority of everybody in there were looking like they were like in their youth, early 20s, let's say at least 21 to, let's say, early mid 30s. You know, the majority of people in there were like in their peace and safety kind of mindset. No sense of being vigilant, you know, being alert for possible danger. You know, everybody was just having a good time. And I mean suddenly out of nowhere, this place became a slaughterhouse for some kind of wolf-like creature, Salakia. Something from like the movie Underworld, like a monstrous apparition. Let's see, it was something like this. It seemed to have the capability to stand on twos, bipedal, but also on fours. And this thing was stock, like it was masculine. I mean, it was buff. Like this thing was huge. And before I knew it, man, this place went from a chill vibe to a slaughterhouse instantly. This newly created looking beast that was full of rage just started destroying people, man. That place became a slaughterhouse, and you got all these people in there are running, trying to escape from this scenery, like from this place, this bar looking pool hall place. And let me see, I think it was this one. It looked something like this. Everybody just running like roaches, and in a studio apartment in New York, somewhere where you turn the lights on, these roaches just scatter everywhere. Like people just running. They were desperate. They were afraid. people screaming. You can hear the sounds of like, you know, people just being slaughtered by this newly created wolf-like creature that was full of rage. And I remember there was an Ahchyam in front of me, and there was another Ahchyam like next to me, and we were running so fast and trying to escape from this facility that when the brother that was ahead of us, you know, while he was trying to push the door open, you know, we're still trying to keep the momentum of that speed of running fast still, not slowing down, trying to get out of sight, out of dodge from the sight of this creature. And I remember being able to pick up a little glimpse of this creature that was behind us. It looked like something from Underworld. And you know that feeling when it feels like someone is so close behind you trying to chase you, and they about to grab you, like just like a fingernail away, that close. So we the Ahchyam first that was in front, you know, he bone rushed the door. We all trying to keep up that speed, trying to be fast. And before I knew it, you know, we fell. I guess it seemed like we tripped over like a leg of like a table that was in that other room. And when I fell, I was able to get a glimpse of the face much up close, and it definitely looks something from Underworld. These things are known as Lycans, if I'm not mistaken, Lycan's werewolf. And immediately, I'm talking about immediately, with no hesitation, it's like the spirit overcame the amount of adrenaline that was running through my whole body. You know, adrenaline of being on survival mode. And it's like the spirit just spoke on my behalf, and immediately I just called out the name, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. And just, I mean, at that very moment, it felt like, and I've seen this power manifest out of me. It seemed like some kind of frequency, a wave of a frequency released out of me. And the main source of what that energy came from, it felt like it was being released out of, like, I think my solar plex. It's like right below the, what's that bone? It's very hollow, like underneath, like the breastbone, like between your pecs, like between your chest, and above my upper abs, like I guess you call that my solar plex, if the brothers know what I'm talking about. It felt like that's where the core energy was being released, this frequency, and you could literally see the waves of this frequency being released out of me. And looks like the whole room was like moving, and immediately this newly created creature that was full of rage, looks like a Lycan, was just out of sight, out of dodge. It just left. It was no longer around. And I'm laying on my left side on the floor still with the Ahchyam that was there with me. And they witnessed this. They was right there with me. They witnessed this power happen, be manifested. And, you know, the Ahchyam quickly, you know, came to my aid and checked on me, like, hey, Ahchyam, are you okay? How do you feel? How was it? Like how did it feel? And I was just overcome by the experience, the energy, the presence of YAHAWAHSHI, like uplifting that standard that I couldn't even get the words that I desired to be able to explain to the Ahchyam, like how it felt. All I was able to say was, he really exists. He is watching. He is watching. And I was just breathing heavily, and then that's when I woke up from my dream. Okay. It was kind of quick. A lot happened in that short moment. Bodies was just dropping, you know, from left to right. It was a slaughterhouse, and the Lord delivered us. And it was a one-of-a-kind experience with that standard being lifted. It looks like literally like I saw the waves of this frequency that released out of my body. It looked like it was like the main core of it was released out of my solar plex, like, if that makes sense. But some scriptures came to mind. Just want to get straight to the point. If any Ahchyam out there have any other precepts that comes to mind for this lesson, for more edification to the body, hey, YAHAWAHSHI, feel free to copy and paste them on here. The ones I got for an example was written in my notebook. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8. The book of 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 8 KJV. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Now, the thing about this wolf-like beast creature that was there, I couldn't really tell if it was a monstrous apparition that was from, let's say, on the other side, with the principalities, in that realm that, the human eye can't see. Or was this creature was maybe an abomination, something that Esau created in his, secret council in his lab somewhere. All right. So the point I wanted to get this precept was, the scripture was, 1, right, be sober. Strong Z 3525. Nepal. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, Salakia. When you go down here to the outline, to be sober, to be calm and collected in the spirit. So yes, I admit, I felt this adrenaline just overtook me, and this is adrenaline that I can't really explain, but it was like the spirit just knew to take over immediately, to take over the flesh and move. And, one brother was ahead of me. Another brother was next to me. The brother that was in front of me, he bone rushed that door like a football player. Just, and still trying to keep that speed, trying to keep that momentum, not slowing down. But we ended up, tripping. We ended up falling. But the thing is, I can sense how we were calm and collective in the spirit compared to everybody else that was in there. Oh man, I mean, they were losing their minds, and I guess you could say they were losing their shits. They lost their mind. All right, but we felt a sense of being calm and collective in the spirit. Okay, even with all that adrenaline, running through us. Okay. For an example, Isaiah chapter 33 verse 6, just paraphrasing, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Towards the ending of that verse, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Just paraphrasing, the fear of YAHAWAHSHI is his treasure. So, in such situations, especially when something just happens so suddenly, we pray that, in the real world, in the times to come, the Lord would allow our spirit to be able to overcome the fear that this flesh is so used to, okay? To overcome that fear and remain calm and collected in the spirit, to make wise decisions, okay? Not to react right away, if that makes sense. Now, vigilant, right? Mostly everybody in there was just in that peace and safety vibe, man. Like no sense of awareness of that something can possibly go south, something can go wrong. All right. When you go into vigilant, okay, I don't know how to pronounce that in Greek, Salakia, but when you go into vigilant, you get let's see. Let me go down here. Okay, so it says give strict attention to what? Prophecies, for an example. times and events that we in, measuring the time diligently in itself, right? Filtering worldwide events with the scriptures so we can have an idea of what we at, right? So giving strict attention to prophecies, for example, being occupied in prophecies, to possible danger, in your very area. Give strict attention to, be cautious, active, right? Being spiritually active, right? And it's true, even when you're not on camera, you're just out and about, you want to be active, making sure that you're still aware, okay? Because this is the point I want to get down here. To take heed leads through remission and indolence. Some destructive calamity suddenly overtake one. So from the looks of that dream, that destructive calamity suddenly overtook everyone that was in there, except for the two Ahchyam that I was within there, the three of us. We were still calm and collective in the spirit, while we were just filled with this adrenaline, okay? Like, we was on survival mode. We were just trying to get out of there, okay? While everybody else was just scrambling all over the place. But yeah, so want to be vigilant. Similar terms for vigilant, you would get to be alert, be on watch, to be ready for possible danger. Just paraphrasing. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking who he may devour. So let's say in that dream, that was a creature made by Esau, and his scientists, I guess you could say. Just release that out there. Okay? All right? So it's good to be calm and collective in the spirit, especially in a time of war, okay? Because to survive in a battlefield, especially since we in a spiritual warfare, right? We got to be calm and collective in the spirit so we can make wise decisions, not decisions that can harm us or destroy us, if that makes sense, right? Let's see, because at any moment, a newly created creature can just show up out of nowhere and just change someone's day immediately, okay? Change someone's life completely around, 360. From peaches and cream to a nightmare. Let's get this real quick. I think I got that over here. No? Okay, let's get wisdom. Salakia. Wisdom of Solomon. Chapter 11, verses 17 and 18. KJVA. Okay, so this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 11, verses 17 and 18. For thy almighty hand had made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears or fierce lions or unknown wild beasts full of rage. And that's what it seems like what I saw in there, a unknown wild beast that was just full of rage, newly created. It looks similar to a Lycan, but its stature, its physique didn't look human, but it didn't look too wolf either. It was strange, but this thing was solid. This thing looked like it had a body that wasn't made by, you know, just two average wolves coming together, and they had a child. All right, it seemed newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy sense of scattered smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. So in that dream, this creature seemed to be an unknown wild beast, and that was full of rage. It seemed newly created, and it turned that bar, pool hall looking place into a slaughterhouse. I'm talking about suddenly, immediately, within a blink of an eye. Just quick, boom. It went from just an average regular day, peaches and cream, I'm going out to have a good time, to boom, someone's worst nightmare came to life immediately. Okay. And then I had mentioned how all I was able to do was just call on the name of YAHAWASHI. I was on the ground still, like I was still laying on the ground from falling. And all I was able to do was just call out the names of YAHAWASHI. Proverbs. 18 and 10. The book of Proverbs, chapter 18 and verse 10 in the KJV. The name of the Lord, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, in the name, YAHAWASHI. YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI, deliver, right? He delivered, he saved, he delivered. So YAHAWAH is the proper name of the true, the true one power, the Most High, the existing one, right? YAHAWAH, He is, He exists, He is to be. In the name, He delivered, He saves. YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. The name of the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. That's all I was able to do. I just called out the names, and I shouted, I screamed, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. And the moment I said shy, I'm talking about the very moment I said shy, man, that some kind of frequency, it released out of me, and just, that wild beast, whatever that was, it was just out of sight, out of dodge. It just left. It was gone. It was nowhere to be found. And I admit I was out of breath. The only thing I was able to respond to the two Ahchyam that was there with me in the dream. He is, man, like, he exists, like he's watching. And then that's when I woke up. So yeah, the name of the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, is a strong tower. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. I was safe. Immediately, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. This energy came out of me, and this creature just left. We were safe. What's another one? Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. All right, so the book of Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14 in the KJV. Fear not thy worm Jacob, right? Israel is likened unto a worm for several reasons. Worms are vulnerable, have no protection. Worms are comfortable in dust, i.e. confusion. So for an example, right? In that dream I had, now I don't know why I was in such scenery, like why I'm there in the dream with both of the Ahchyam, right? But, we were completely defenseless, we just there in the midst of people just trying to, I guess, have some drinks, just having a good time, trying to balance. We're trying to chill. And then boom, out of nowhere, this creature came out of nowhere, just started catching bodies, right? A worm is defenseless, okay? All right? Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. So both kingdoms, the southern kingdom tribes, northern kingdom tribes, right? Right. Southern kingdom tribes, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and then Israel. You can think of the northern kingdom tribes, right? Ephraim down to Naphtali. Okay. Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee. I will help thee, saith the Lord, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. I will help thee, saith the Lord, YAHAWAH, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, Lord YAHAWASHI. So Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to help his elect, especially in such times. Like, for an example, you got this newly created looking creature that's full of rays just catching bodies, man, having a slaughterhouse, a field house with people. Okay, all right. So fear not. Yes, I had this adrenaline running through me, and I was in survival mode, but the spirit just took over, man. The spirit just took over, and it spoke on my flesh's behalf. It just had me shout, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and a standard was lifted. You could say a standard was lifted. It was a very overwhelming feeling. There's one beast from the best of my memory. It looked like it was just one beast in there. This creature's presence alone was very overwhelming. This creature came in like a flood. And his intention was just to slaughter. Isaiah 59:19. There's another scripture that goes into how they shall wait upon the earth until they get the command from the Lord. Just paraphrasing. All right. Don't be surprised. Just creatures like this that actually exist. Oh, my bad. Whenever this thing open up, Halalyam. Here we go. There's probably creatures like this that's living, breathing right now in the cut zone. We're just waiting to get the command from Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI to just destroy. Yeah, this thing was huge. This thing was huge, man. I saw. Okay, so let's go back here. Where are you? So Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19, KJV. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, from the west. So you have a big bulk of Israelites that's waking up and fearing the one true names, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, here in Babylon and Great, right, America. Men and, few sincere Aqua, right, the brothers and sisters. So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. All right, the elect is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, looking like all nations, speaking the other nations' tongues. The Israelite foreigners that's also waking up, fearing, giving reverence, worshiping, praising the names Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI shall lift up a standard against him. Right, Spirit, RAWCHAA. Let's go down here right quick. Right. You get imparting warlike energy and executive and administrative power. And Exodus chapter 15 verse 3, it goes into how the Lord Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is a man of war. The Lord is his name. Right, just paraphrasing. Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is his name. So our power, it felt like in that dream, he literally imparted at that very second when I finished out the names, Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, It was like the Lord he imparted that warlike energy and that executive and administrative power. It was something, man. Like when that power was released, I literally felt more of YAHAWAHSHI's presence in me. Like I felt like I was much closer to him. That's why, like, when the brothers checked on me, I was like, I couldn't even speak. I kept fumbling my words. I'm like, he exists. Like, he's watching. He's watching. And that's when I woke up. It said, the Spirit of the Lord, so that warlike energy, right, of the Lord YAHWAHSHI shall lift up a standard against him. Standard, right? You get Strong's H 5127 NAWAs. Let's see. To flee, escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly to the attack, to drive at, to put to flight, to drive hastily, to cause to disappear, to hide. So the time's going to come where the Lord is going to lift up a standard so he can be able to deliver his servants, right, his elect out of harm's way. All right. For an example, giving brothers the ability to camouflage with their surroundings, transfigure their appearance to look like someone else, to blend in, to be invisible, to teleport, to vanish away. Let's say maybe the abilities to, like Spider-Man, being able to crawl on walls and be very stealthily, being able to hide in shadows, concealing yourself really good to where it doesn't matter what kind of technology that Esau has to try to search for the elect, to try to track their existence, right? They won't be able to track their body heat. It's going to seem as if that brother's existence just was never there, but you're there the whole time looking at everybody looking for you, looking at the enemy looking for you. Being able to fly, right? Teleport, run really fast, right? For an example, my dreams, some kind of frequency was just released out of me, and I was actually able to see like the waves of this frequency shaking the whole room, and this newly created creature just left. All right. There's no searching of his understanding. The Lord's power is on a whole nother level, man. All right. So, and it did felt like a very overwhelming feeling. It felt like this creature came in like a flood, and boom, the Lord lifted up a standard. The name of the Lord's strong tower, the righteous run into and are safe. We were safe. All right. So that's all I gotta bring out for this lesson. Fear not. All right, thy worm Jacob and you men of Israel. Our Lord is gonna protect y'all. He's gonna protect us. Lord willing, we are counted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, to be delivered, to be remembered in YAHAWAHSHI's wrath, judgment day, I guess you can say. All right. So Lord willing, that this lesson was edifying, exhorting, uplifting in the spirit. The Lord is going to show out for his elect. All right. So I'm going to close out by giving the much due all phrases, honor, and glory to Yahweh, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QaDash. Halalyam La, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA QaDash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. Much due respect to you, sincere Ahchyam, who are laboring in the works. Shalom to you believers, to the Ahchyam Wa'akwat, which will be you brothers, and few among the sincere sisters who do subscribe to this truth, listening and learning in silence as the scriptures say so. All right. Shalom.